September has a lot to offer, and especially fans of cozy games will get their money's worth. As we do every month, we are taking a closer look together. Have fun and welcome to the Switch Gems channel. Before we get started, I've brought along a few honorable mentions. Both basketball fans and soccer fans get matching games with NBA 2K24 and EA Sports FC 24 respectively. I myself am not a big fan of sports games and even less of ports on the Switch. However, if you still want to play these games, you can get them in September. In addition, the remastered versions of Pikmin 1 and 2 will get their physical release. Since the games are already available digitally, I won't go further into it in this video. And with that, let's get into the top 5 for this month, as always in no particular order. Rune Factory 3 Special. We'll start right in with a game I've been looking forward to for a few months now. Both Rune Factory 4 Special and Rune Factory 5 have given me several fun hours of play on my Switch. I immediately fell in love with this colorful genre mix. The remake of the third part, which was released on the Nintendo DS in 2009, also seems to pick up exactly where it left off. We can look forward to a mixture of role-playing game and farm sim. That means on the one hand we take care of our small farm and connect with the villagers, on the other hand we plunge armed into an adventure, level up our character and follow a small but fine plot. Only the translation of the predecessors was a bit unclean in some places. Let's see if this is the case here again, or if a bit more time was invested here in this matter. Fae Farm. It remains cozy because with Fae Farm there's already the next farm sim cracker in September. Set on the enchanted island of Azoria, you can craft, cultivate and decorate your own homestead, explore the world and use spells to battle your enemies. Fae Farm is going to feature a deep character customization system. The farming sim mechanics seem quite solid and the fantasy setting looks well integrated. Similar to the Rune Factory series, you can catch and raise various creatures such as fairies, dragons and unicorns and use them to help you on the farm or in combat. You can explore different regions of Azoria, each with its own theme, flora, fauna and secrets, enter dungeons where you can fight enemies, solve puzzles and find treasures. The parallels to games like Rune Factory or Stardew Valley cannot be denied, but are what make the game really interesting for me. I'm curious to see how well the RPG elements are implemented here. Super Bomberman R2. Sadly, Bomberman's glory days are past. The last entries in the game series were only average and not really well received. That's why I'm all the more excited about Super Bomberman R2, the successor of the first Switch spin-off. In addition to the familiar modes, R2 will be expanded to include a story mode, among other things. Even if I still lack a little imagination for this, I'm curious about the implementation. There will also be a mode that reminds me of the popular tower defense game mechanics. Additionally, we are allowed to build our own battlefields in an editor. Will the series be able to recover with R2? We will see. Mortal Kombat 1. With Mortal Kombat we get an unusually bloody spectacle on the Switch. While the first part of the Mortal Kombat series is already more than 30 years old, we are now presented with a completely new and above all cutting-edge gaming experience according to the publisher. We can expect new game modes, significantly more focus on a deep story mode, new moves, new but also old characters and a completely new combat system with new fatalities. The game also makes a very strong impression graphically. It remains to be seen whether everything will work out as hoped on the Switch in the end. If so, we have a hot contender for the best fighting game on this system. Harvest Moon: The Winds of Anthos. Harvest Moon has already released several spin-offs on the Switch. The next one will be The Winds of Anthos in September. By the way, Harvest Moon turns 25 this year. The Winds of Anthos is, as the name suggests, set within the enchanting realm of Anthos. Within this mystical land, endearing earth spirits have devoted themselves to safeguarding both the inhabitants and the natural world. Yet their responsibilities extend further, encompassing the well-being of the goddess of nature herself. 10 years ago, there was a cruel volcanic eruption that tore the whole world of Anthos to pieces. The population could be saved, but now unfortunately they are separated from each other. The goddess of nature, who fell into a deep sleep exhausted, managed to send a message in a bottle with a letter and a magic key. So it might be our task to find it and reunite the different cities. To me, that sounds like a very cool mix of farm sim and story. I'm hyped. Now tell me, which game are you looking forward to the most this month and which highlights do you have in mind for the next month? Feel free to drop me your suggestions in the comments. And as always, if you liked the video, I would be happy about a thumbs up and a free subscription to my channel. Thanks for checking in and see you next time on Switch Jams.